All right, everybody. Welcome to another Tide Guy Jeopardy night. Tonight we're going to have Billy Foster. We have Hillbilly
Hey.
Skeptic. We got Jackson Johnson.
What's up?
We got Tony Outmore. We're going to have Ben from Exploring with Ben and Sam.
Damn right
And
you are.
Robert Smith. How you guys doing tonight?
We are doing
I'm doing
great. How
pretty
are you
good.
tonight, Todd Guy?
Good to see everybody.
Doing well.
I'm ready to answer all these questions, not get any of them wrong, and just smoke everybody.
Smoke it like them.
I guarantee you, it'll be the complete opposite of that.
All right. Let me pull this up here in 1 second. And
Colorado is just called a board meeting. Do you see that? Colorado is called a board meeting. Talk about Big 12.
They do it after every Pac-12.
Yeah, they do it after every Pac-12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this has been done.
Maybe that's just a rumor. Then it just popped up on my screen, so maybe it was just a rumor or something. But
no, it's true.
No,
It's true. They did have a meeting.
They literally do a briefing after every Pac-12 meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
They literally start the same fake rumor after every time they do it.
Yeah, it's funny because everybody thinks the world is falling because they're having a meeting, so it has to be they're going to the Big 12. But no,
you know what? I kind of disagree with everybody. I think the CW network would be a great network for the Pac-12 myself.
Think about
But
this.
they're not out there. They're not out west. That's the problem. If you look at the CW network, there's just not any out west. They're all out east.
But here's the funny thing, and I've argued with some Big 12 delusional people. Well, the CW, that's really funny that they'll be on the CW, blah, blah, blah. I said, do you know more people get the CW than get ESPN 3?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, so I mean the CW, yes, it's not a sports channel and blah, 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 but everybody gets the CW. You know.
Well, now, don't the CW have some NASCAR, or is that TBS? That might be TBS.
That's TBS. Nope, that's TBS. Okay. Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to pull up this screen here, and you guys will get to see what the first round is going to look like tonight. All right, for the first round, we have funny. We have Game of Thrones. We have Yellowstone, and Yellowstone, that is the TV show. It's not the location. We have a category just for Joey. He likes his rivers and lakes for some reason.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
We got Alaska, and we got easy. So tonight's order that I'm showing is I got Joey to lead it off. And then, let's see, who do I got? I got Hillbilly. And then I got Ben. And then I got Tony. And then I got Jackson. And then rounding it out, we have Robert. All right. Joey, you're going to lead us off.
Easy for 5.
Easy for 5. How many players are on the ice for an NHL hockey team?
Oh, my God. God, I hate hockey.
This is so easy if you know hockey, Joey.
Well, I know. I'm trying to think because I know there's 2 defensemen and then there's a goalie. That's 3 of them. God, I want to say either 6 or 7. I'm going to say 6.
It is 6. They have usually it's 2 offensive, 3 defensive, and a goalie. All right. Now we're up to Hillbilly. Hillbilly, which one of these categories would you like?
Let's see here. Geez. Let's do Game of Thrones for 5.
Game of Thrones for 5. Why could Jon leave the Night's Watch since his vows were for life?
Because he had already died once.
Because he was dead. That is correct. All right, Ben from Ben and Sam. Where would you like to go?
Not that category, that's for sure. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do like Alaska for 4.
Alaska for 4. All right, here we go. In what year was Alaska transferred from Russia to the USA?
Oh. It's a damn good question. I know I've heard it multiple times, and now we're talking the transfer as in the actual property sale, right? Land sale. Yeah. Okay. So that would have been. I'm not gonna get the right year. Fucking 1860.
1860 is incorrect. Tony, do you know what year Alaska transferred from Russia to the USA?
It's under Seward. Is it 1862?
It was not 62.
Okay. I don't know exactly.
Jackson, do you know?
I think it was 1967.
What year?
1967.
It was not 1967. Robert, do you know?
It was 1867.
It would have been 1867.
Damn, I was told
Johnson, they weren't talking about when he wasn't talking about when Alaska became a state, which was what 1959. But
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I had to ask about.
Yeah, I got.
You know, what was cool about that? What was cool about that land deal was that we paid less than 2 cents an acre for Alaska. You know, could you imagine buying land for 2 cents an acre?
Oh, yeah.
I want to buy the whole United States.
Hell yeah. All right, Tony, which one of these categories would you like?
Let's try Game of Thrones for 4.
Game of Thrones for 4. Here we go. What is Olena's relationship to Mace Tyrell?
She is his mother.
Mother is correct. Good job, Tony. All right, now we're at Jackson. Jackson, which one of these categories would you like?
Let's go easy for 3.
Easy for 3. Checkers was invented in which country?
Let me see. I know that it wasn't invented in Kansas. I know that. But that's a good question. But I'm gonna say Japan.
It was not Japan. Robert, do you know where checkers was invented? What country?
I know chess was invented in India, so I'll go with India.
It was not India. Joey, do you know where checkers was invented? What country?
Nah, I'm just going to make a guess here and say Egypt.
It was Egypt.
Nice.
Nice.
That was
Awesome job,
strictly a
Joey.
guess.
All right. So now we are at Robert. Robert, which one of these categories would you like?
I would like funny for 5.
Funny for 5. Where were the fortune cookies invented?
The United States.
I need a place.
Chinatown.
I
didn't expect you to get that specific.
Yeah.
New York City.
It was
No.
not.
Okay.
You want to? I'll let you change because you were changing before I said it.
San Francisco.
It was San Francisco, Robert.
Awesome.
I would have
Good
given.
I would have said
Good job,
Japan.
Hercules.
I would have said Japan because I thought it was Japan.
Honestly, I should give him 15 points because he got the U.S. correct, then he got Chinatown correct, and then he got. So he kept
Well,
going.
like, if
I'll
that
take
was
it.
me,
About
my answer would have been China for sure.
At least a bonus point for the good laugh, man. Come on.
I mean, I had to give him credit for the Chinatown. Yeah. All right, Joey, which one of these would you like?
Let's go Alaska for 5.
Alaska for 5. This is actually a good question. Alaska is the largest of the U.S. states. How much of the total land area of the U.S. does it represent?
Alaska represent.
That is a really good question.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really. I thought this was a great question today. When
And I mean, Alaska is huge.
it is huge.
Yeah.
And you can either give me a percent or a fraction.
Well, I know if you look on the map, Alaska stretches like halfway across the country. So,
But if you look at it on the map when they're doing the electoral counting and that, it's just really small and it's in the ocean for some reason.
yeah. I'm going to say total land area of the U.S. does it represent? I'm going to say 1/4.
It is not 1/4. Hillbilly, do you know?
Oh man, I want to say at least 40%.
It is not 40%. Ben, do you know?
Yeah, that's a.
This would have been a good daily double.
You have to account all the islands too that stem off of Alaska too. It's not just the land mass itself.
And see, Joey, I was going to make this the daily double, but I wanted to see if anybody knew this. I mean, because I thought this was a really cool question. I mean,
wait, what did Hillbilly say? 40?
Hillbilly said 40%, and Joey said 1/4, which would be 25%.
Yeah. Hillbilly, I think, is in the range. I'm going to go like 45%.
It is not 45%. Tony, do you know how much of the total land area of the U.S. Alaska represents?
What is it? 30?
It is not 30. Jackson, do you know?
I'm thinking either 0 or 80%. But I'm gonna guess 10%.
It is not 10%.
How could you be 0, Jackson?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the same
Well,
thing.
it's nowhere near.
It'd be damn well impossible.
Well, the missing word there for 0 would be if it said continental or something like that, where there'd be a trick in there. But
yeah,
I don't see a trick in there. So, but yeah. Well, we're narrowing it down with percentages, so someone's got to get it.
So now we're at Robert. He is the last great hope on this question. Robert,
Here we go, Hercules.
The U.S. states. How much of the total land area of the U.S. does it represent?
I've been writing down everyone's guesses, and I'd like to go with 20%.
And 20% is correct. Good job, Robert.
We're getting there.
There you go, Mr. Smith. That was a fantastic job.
Well, and I said up until then, Joey was the closest. He said 1/4. It was 1/5. I mean, he was at least in the ballpark.
In the ballpark, yeah.
All right, Hillbilly, which category would you like?
Oh, geez. Let's go with rivers for 5.
Rivers for 5. What is the longest river in Asia?
In Asia. Longest river in Asia. Dang on, man. Yeah, that's a. Is it the Yalu River, something like that?
The Yalu, it is not.
Yeah.
Ben, do you know what the longest river in Asia is?
The hell if I do, but since we had an answer about some river in Asia the other night, I'm going to say the Mekong again.
No, it's not the Mekong. All right, Tony, do you know the longest river in Asia?
I don't, but I'm going to guess the Yangtze.
Guess what? Even though you didn't know it, that is the one you guessed, and that is the
Okay.
Well, now I would have guessed Yellow River. I didn't even think of that one. I would have guessed Yellow River.
All right, Ben, which category would you like?
This is going spectacularly, so let's go easy for 4.
Easy for 4, yeah, because they're so. This one is easy. I mean, what does DC stand for in electrical terminology?
Direct current.
There you go. See, it don't get no easier than that now, does it?
No, I need more of those questions. Please set those aside for me.
You know what? The easy questions have been sitting there. It's not my fault. You don't pick it.
I've only picked one question so far, I think.
Now you got 2. All right, Tony, which category would you like?
I don't know anything about Yellowstone, so we're going Game of Thrones for 3.
Hey, it's funny because Ben Franklin discovered DC current, and Ben answered it. So we got 2 Bens, no one DC.
There we go.
All right, Game of Thrones for 3. What is the name continent of which? What is the name of the continent of which most of the action of Game of Thrones takes place?
Westeros.
There you go, Westeros. Tony knows his Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he does. Good job,
All right.
Tony.
And the funny thing,
I drink and I know things. That's what I do. No, I'm just kidding.
well, I don't know if they go in order of easy or hard because I, honest to God, have not watched one moment of Game of Thrones.
Oh, Jeff, we got to talk later. We got to get you to watch this straight.
Yeah.
The
All
king
right.
of the
Jackson, which category would you like?
Let's go rivers for 2.
All right, rivers for 2.
Let's see if I can get this one.
The source of the Tigris River is in what country?
If I can remember the Tigris River, that's at all right. It's somewhere in Armenia.
It is not Armenia. Robert, you know the source of the Tigris River is located in what country?
It's in Turkey.
That would be Turkey. All right. So,
Good
Robert,
job, Robert.
which one of these categories would you like?
I would like to try funny for 4.
Funny for 4. What is the longest English word with only one vowel?
Boob.
It is not boob. Joey, do you know what the longest English word is with only one vowel?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Yeah. Anything else? I'm sorry, I was talking to somebody. What is it? Longest English word with only one vowel. Oh, I've heard this before. It's not straight because that's got a it's strength. Strength.
Strength?
Yeah. Am I right?
No. It is not strength.
Strength.
Phil-
Strength is. Yeah. I've heard it before. God, I've heard this before. I don't know. Then I was thinking.
Because you said strength.
Yeah, yeah, and that would have STRE. Oh, it's got A. Yeah. I don't know. So, all right. I've heard it before, but I don't remember what it was.
All right, Hillbilly, do you know?
Pass.
Ben, do you know? What is the longest English word with only one vowel?
Yeah, I'm working on it. My mouse is deciding to shit out on me, so I couldn't unmute. Well, it's definitely not boob.
There's
Boob
no
has
A.
two O's. Boob has two O's, so we know that.
Yeah, but it's only one vowel.
Yeah.
There's no- there's
Yeah,
no-
well, okay, yeah, that's a good point. Now it makes me rethink things here. But
Well, I was just trying to be funny, man. I didn't know the answer.
yeah, I'm trying to think of this. I've been sitting here going, this is going to be some stupid easy word, or
I could have swore I was right, but maybe I'm wrong. But
possibly
Strange.
difficult.
We'll get back to you, Joey.
I mean, I've been sitting here thinking, I don't know. If someone says the word, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know. So
All right, Tony, do you know what is the longest English word with only one vowel?
I don't, but I'll try straight because Joey just said it.
What did you say?
Straight.
Straight?
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's not straight.
no, I
Jackson?
said string. I said string.
I'm probably not going to get this one, but I might as well have fun with it. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, guys,
With 17 vowels.
here's my question. Should I give it to Joey?
Yes.
Because Joey said strength, and that's a long word. But what happens if you add the letter S to the end of it? It becomes longer.
Oh,
I think
man.
you give it to him because it's close.
All right. It is strength, Joey.
I
That's
had
why I
heard
kept.
that before somewhere, but yeah.
No, I was just going with you. I wanted to see if anybody else would. Okay, that one was Robert's question. So, Joey, which one would you like?
Well, I never watched the show Yellowstone, so I won't know nothing about that. Give me Alaska for 3. No, give me funny for 3.
All right, we're going to go with funny for 3. From which language do we do the word? From which language does the word ketchup come?
Ketchup.
What
Sounds
about
like something
cats?
you say in Hong Kong, so I'll say China.
It is Chinese.
That either be Chinese or Japanese. Ketchup.
Well, I
What
thought it
does
was
it
cat.
mean? Does anybody know? What the hell does that mean? What the hell does it mean in China? Does anybody know?
I honest to God thought that was French.
The problem is, ketchup actually started as catsup, and catsup was a sauce, and it wasn't really what you know as ketchup today. It actually had a lot of weird, different kinds of stuff in it. As far as they've had clam juice in it, and they've had all different kinds of juice.
Mushroom.
Yeah.
I'll pass on that, but yeah, it sounded kind of like Chinese or Japanese or hell, it kind of sounded like it's like Thailand or anywhere. So okay.
All right, Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like?
You know what, man? I'm gonna go ahead and bust the Yellowstone cherry here. Let's go for 5.
All right, Yellowstone for 5. Good luck. What is the name of the Indian reservation that butts up to the Dutton Ranch?
The Wild Mohicans.
It is not the Wild Mohicans. Ben, do you know?
Well, this is why no one's touched this category. So yes, I continue to say no. Good luck, Tony.
Tony, do you know what the name of the Indian reservation that butts up to the Dutton Ranch is?
I don't, but my dad does.
I can't believe nobody in this room.
Phone a friend.
All
Phone a
right,
friend.
Jackson, do you know?
The Broken Rock Reservation.
It is the Broken Rock Reservation.
Somebody watched Yellowstone.
I was like, that's
No,
not even that
actually, my
complicated.
parents watch Yellowstone, so I know a thing or two about it.
How come everybody's parents watch Yellowstone, which means they're older And I'm old, and I've never watched it.
You're too busy, Joey.
Yeah, you work too much,
Yeah.
Joey. You ain't got time for TV.
I watch
Maybe.
Yellowstone now and then. I just, I just don't get into any show enough, like to remember, details like that.
All
How
right.
come it
Hey,
couldn't be like I Love Lucy or something? If you give me I Love Lucy category or Carol Burnett show, man, I'll tear it up.
all right, Ben, which one of these categories would you like?
Let me take advantage of while we can. Let's go easy for 2.
Easy for 2. Here we go. Madonna was born in which state of the U.S.?
Who gives a fuck? Oh, Madonna was born in the state. None. Wasn't she born in UK?
She was not born in the U.K.
Ah, fuck me.
All right, Tony, where was Madonna born?
Isn't she from Michigan?
She would be from Michigan.
Ah,
Good job,
My home
man.
state.
I apologize. I've never Googled Madonna's life history.
You never Googled Madonna?
It's never come up on my Google search.
It's all right, Ben. If the question kept going, somebody'd have it.
Yeah, nobody else did either. So
Yeah, she might fuck you, Ben, but you get something. Clorox won't ring off.
yeah. I got some bad news for you guys because honestly, who would have thought that today Roseanne Barr would be better looking than Madonna?
Yeah.
It's a sad world we're living in, people. I'm telling you this right now.
Why do they do that to their face?
I don't know.
It's like
I really don't.
I saw that Courtney Cox, right, or something else, like she's on this commercial for a show or something, and her face was so pumped full of stuff, dude. I mean, she looked like. I'm just like, man, they look so weird. Why would they?
And Courtney Cox used to be so pretty. I mean, I had a crush.
Dude.
Well, look at Joan Rivers. That's how she looked. Do they not see what happened to her and they just go down the same path?
Yeah. And the one, oh God, what was her name? The woman that played in National Lampoon's Vacation, which she played in all the vacation films.
Beverly D'Angelo.
Yeah, she looks like, oh my God, she's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I had that talk just the other day. I'm like, it's a sad world when 20 years ago, when you looked at Roseanne, or 30 years ago, when you looked at Roseanne, you looked at Madonna, there was a clear-cut winner. And today that winner has changed.
Roseanne has just aged naturally, gracefully with some weight loss and shit.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, which one of these categories would you like?
Let's try Rivers for 4. Why not?
All right, rivers for 4. Here we go. What river is recognized as the border between Israel and Jordan? I must have had a stroke.
Oh my God! What? I am blanking on this. Oh my God! What?
Did you have a stroke?
All my
type
friends
this question?
birthright are going to yell at me.
I did. I had a stroke when I typed the border between Israel and
It's really that does look like a bit of a stroke. All right, now I'm laughing. I can't even think.
Come on, you're way overthinking this one, Tony.
I am so mad at myself that I'm totally blanking on which river that is. All right, Jackson, which one is it?
I'm gonna guess the Jordan River.
It was the Jordan River. I mean, it was in the.
Jesus Christ! I was like, I need to call Sam. He just went over that shit like a month ago.
Yeah.
I need to call Sam.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, Tony, you're way overthinking it. It says it.
Didn't get. Wait, what's the other one that's there? That's the one I was trying to think of.
You're probably thinking of where Jordan River flows, which is the Sea of Galilee, but
Or the Dead Sea, no?
that's the only thing between them is Sea of Galilee and
Sea of
Jordan
Galilee.
River.
Okay, I'm just an idiot tonight. The headache. I blame the headache.
That's all right. You got a headache, man.
All right, Jackson, which category would you like?
I'm gonna see if I can do good again on Yellowstone for 4.
Jackson, you have 9 points, and it's the daily double.
Oh man.
Bet it all.
I wonder what the question is first. Let's see. I'm gonna go for 7 points.
All right, for 7 points. In what branch of the military did Case Dutton serve?
Let's see. I remember watching this one night. Let's see. Did Case Dutton? I'm gonna say she served as a Navy SEAL.
He was in the Navy. He wasn't a SEAL.
So I'm out off 2 points. So I only got 2 points.
No, you got the points because it said what branch of the service, and you said Navy, and it was Navy. So his job title just wasn't.
It was just a specialty.
Yeah, but as a SEAL, he could have been Marines too.
No. Marines are not SEAls.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Can't
16.
they cross over to SEALs too? I'm
No.
sorry. I thought they could cross over. I'm sorry. Okay.
Nope.
I thought so too, Joey. Don't worry about it.
No. The Marines have the recon. They don't cross over. The SEAls don't cross over.
Oh, Marine 14.
That's the whole pride of the Navy is the SEAls.
Well, and the MARSOC Raiders, Marine Special Operations Command, is not part of actual Spec Ops Command, right? The main, like SEALs and Delta Force and stuff. It's kind of its own individual branch of Spec Ops, and but it's specifically tailored for the Marine Corps mission, and that's what it's. Man, I tell you what, this one time before Operation Allied Force, I was a Harrier mechanic, and I was getting my jets ready. We were we were dropping bombs, and I was down on the hangar deck getting a plane ready, and they were getting ready to fly out some scout snipers and their spotters and some recon Marines and stuff. And that is like what they are specifically for, man, is like infantry reconnaissance, forward looking. Those guys are highly, highly specialized. I don't know if they train as much like CQB as maybe like SEALs and Delta, but man, them guys live in the field.
We do train some of like that, but the Navy SEALs, I mean, my hat's off to them. Those guys are really, they're badass.
We got different talk going on.
Yeah.
All right, Robert, which category would you like?
I would like to try Alaska for 3.
Alaska for 3. What is the largest city in population in Alaska? We talked about largest, land mass last night. Now, which one has the largest population?
There are so few to choose from.
I was like 3.
It's very tempting to say the capital, but I want to go with Anchorage.
Anchorage is the one to go with. That is correct.
It wasn't popular to pick Juneau last night for you there, Robert.
All right, Joey, which one of these categories would you like?
Jesus, I hate these categories. Give me funny for 2.
Funny for 2. Here we go. Where do kiwi fruits originally come from?
Oh,
This feels like a trick question.
I'm wanting to say China, but I'm because shit. That'd be like 3 answers in this trivia game and been China. I don't guess that'd be right. All right, I'll just say China. I have no idea.
You know what? I put 3 Chinese answers in this just to see if anybody would pick up on that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know what order they're going to ask these in, but they're going to be like, God damn, there can't be 3 Chinese, Chinese names.
China.
China. All right, Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Let's do rivers for 3.
Rivers for 3. In which country would you find the Lena River?
The Lena River. Which country? The Lena River. I want to go with the Netherlands.
It is not the Netherlands. Ben, do you know what country?
Can't ever recall actually knowing anything about this Lena River, so I'm just gonna say Russia.
Russia is a good guess, Ben. That is correct.
Oh,
Russia.
the biggest country to cover the most
Yeah.
area.
Don't it like go down and become the Siberia River or something? Siberian River or something? I think
Yeah,
it's through Siberia.
I've never heard of this river, so I have no idea.
Doesn't it cross the river and then go again?
Maybe.
think
I
it's kind of like
was
it
thinking
goes-
that it went into that Siberian River, but I could be wrong. Hell, I mean, my river, my river knowledge, it sucks.
All right, Ben, which one of these fine categories would you like?
I don't know if these are fine categories at this point, but I need some points at this point. Let's go for easy for 1. Kill that category.
All right, this is as easy as it's going to get.
Allegedly.
What is the favorite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh my God,
This is so easy.
that's the easiest question.
You know what? Last time I watched any of this shit, isn't it like the fucking sushi?
Oh my God.
Oh, turtles don't eat sushi. Tony, what is the favorite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Tony's dog must need to piss.
Oh my god, I was on mute. Sorry, it's pizza.
It is pizza.
Oh, fucking pizza. God damn it. I don't know why. I just saw them with chopsticks all of a sudden, and I was like, sushi? I haven't watched it. I never was a big
That is the
Turtles fan. I was
Ben.
never.
That is the easiest question in the world.
Jackson, you're like 15 years younger than me.
Now, Jackson,
I was never a
let me ask you
Ninja
something.
Turtle fan. I was never one. I just never was.
What's
Hey
up,
Jackson,
man?
let me ask you a question.
Pizza though. Fuck,
Jackson,
I'm gonna go kick my own ass though quickly because that does piss me off time.
hey Jackson, what color is yellow paint?
What?
What color is yellow paint?
Jackson huffs too much of it. Don't ask him.
Well, that's the easiest
Yellow.
question in the world. That one was easy, but that's the easiest question in the world. What color is yellow paint?
Yellow.
All right, Tony, which one of these fine categories would you like?
By the way, the Colorado athletic director just dunked on that stupid West Virginia Twitter account, the one that like makes up all the fan fiction. It's pretty
Right.
funny.
H.A. Burrow guy.
Yeah, he literally just said there's obviously no truth to any of this.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, though. That can't be true because everybody's reporting, including John Kurtz, that the Colorado meeting tonight was to discuss they are going to the Big 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. The athletic director just pointed out that is not true, and it never was.
You know something? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm kind of embarrassed by all these Big 12 media outlets and shit doing this stuff. I really am. I want everybody to know that I love the Big 12. I love the Big 12, and I love John Kurtz, and of course I love the Golden Boot Dude and stuff. But this stuff is a bunch of bullshit because unless the Big 10 opens up for business, there ain't nobody leaving to come to the Big 12.
You're right.
No.
Yeah, and the Big 10, and by the way, the new hire for the Big 10, they're not open. They're not taking anybody from the West
Yeah,
Coast.
I don't think so either.
And also USC, as we noticed from the hiring, USC and UCLA are already in their leadership roles. They left Oregon for a reason.
Yep.
That was a great hire. I'm gonna tell you right now, that was a great hire. I like them thinking outside the box like that.
He's a neat guy too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because my uncle knows him. Let's do Game of Thrones for 2.
Game of Thrones for 2. Okay. Here we go. What name is given to the bastards of the Reach?
Oh my gosh. I should know this. It is. Is it Flowers?
It is Flowers. Good job, Tony.
I was trying to say, I was like, I was trying to think of Flowers or Roses. I couldn't remember.
I would have said Reachers. I didn't have any idea.
All right, Jackson, which category would you like?
I seem to be having a lot of good luck with Yellowstone, so I'm going to go with Yellowstone for 3.
All right. What is the name of John Dutton's enforcer?
John Dutton's enforcer. Let me see. Rip Wheeler.
Rip Wheeler is correct. All right, Robert, we're up to you. Which one of these categories would you like?
I would like Alaska for 2.
All right, Alaska for 2. Which famous explorer is credited with being the first to use the name Kodiak for the island?
Was it Bering?
It was not Bering. Joey, do you know what famous explorer is credited for being the first to use the name Kodiak for the island?
No, I don't have any idea. Nothing's coming to me.
All right. Hillbilly, do you know?
And this is for 2? Do you think this is easy?
I did.
Is this like?
Damn, am I going to feel stupid when I hear the name?
You're a guy, Neil.
Is this like one of the Lewis and Clark guys?
Nope. Lewis and Clark didn't get that far. And this was done before Lewis and Clark would even have got there. Ben, do you know what famous explorer is credited with being the first to use the name Kodiak for the island?
I should probably know off the top of my head, so I'm going to guess his name was Kodiak.
It was not Kodiak, but that's a good guess. I like the way you think.
My guess would just be to say some kind of famous Russian, because I know that it belonged to Russia, so it has to be some famous Russian that done it. So,
all right, Tony, do you know what famous explorer is credited with being the first to use the name Kodiak for the island?
I have no idea.
According to Jeff, it's easy.
What did you say, Tony?
I said Sir Francis Drake, but I don't think he got that far.
It was not Drake. He didn't make it that far. Jackson, do you know?
I'm going to say James Cook.
It was James Cook. I thought that was...
No, I had no idea.
I didn't know Cook got there, so that's why that would not come to mind.
Well, James Cook is one of the most famous explorers. So.
Who is Amerigo Vespucci?
He discovered America.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, he didn't discover America.
Vikings did.
Oh, he crashed into it. I'm sorry.
No. He was a map maker who was accredited for naming it America.
In the U.S., yeah.
Yeah, his name was Amerigo, and that's where the name.
Amerigo. All right, Joseph, which category would you like tonight?
It's me?
Yep.
Oh my God. Give me funny for 1.
All right, funny for 1. Here we go. What animal cannot stick out its tongue?
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
Alligator can't either. Alligator can't either, can he? Alligator and crocodile. I'll just say crocodile.
Actually, believe it or not, an alligator can get its tongue out.
Huh.
All right, Hillbilly, which category would you like?
Let's go Game of Thrones for 1. Let's take the last one from Tony.
All right, here we go.
Darn you.
What is the name of John's direwolf?
Snow.
It is not Snow.
Oh,
Ben,
wait, that's his last name. Oh, shit.
Ben, what is the name of John's direwolf?
No fucking clue. Have at it, Tony.
All right, Tony, tell him what it is.
Go. Oh,
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, it's Ghost.
Okay.
I was telling. I was like, Ghost.
I remembered it after I said his last name.
I know. I was like, oh, and I knew you'd kick yourself because I was like, oh, he knows what it is.
All right, Ben, would you like rivers or Alaska? Because I know you don't know Yellowstone.
Yeah, I was avoiding two of those categories, obviously, for a good reason. Let's go Alaska for one.
All right, Alaska for one. What is the longest river in Alaska?
Oh, shit.
This ain't getting past Tony.
No,
Yeah,
This
I
ain't
know.
getting
Yeah,
past
no. This should be. This should be an easy one. I mean, I've been in Alaska too, but that's the one I'm thinking of. That's in British Columbia.
You probably fished this river.
Yeah.
I never have. I was working oil field, bitch, in the Arctic, like a man. It's not. I know
You
this is in
wasn't
British.
working the oil
I didn't
field.
say
You were
British.
selling
This is in
equipment.
British Columbia. So, but I'm just gonna guess that it stretches through maybe I don't know the Yukon River.
Yukon River is correct. Way to go, Ben.
Oh, I thought that was in British
You
Columbia. That's why I was like,
Ben, you wasn't working no oil rig. You were selling the equipment for the oil rig and selling them parts.
I was fucking working like a man with my hands all day long, working that shit in the cold.
Picking up them parts and saying, "Here, I can give it to you for $29.99."
All right, Tony, would you like rivers or are you going to go for Yellowstone?
I'm going for rivers because I don't know Yellowstone.
I figured you were. Here we go. Which country would you find the Nile River?
Well, you find it in Egypt, but it goes beyond it too.
Yeah, he goes beyond it, but Egypt is what we're looking for. Good job. All right. Jackson, do you want the 2-pointer or the 1 point?
Oh, I'm going to go for the easy 2-pointer.
Here we go. What Hollywood leading man is
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner is correct.
I would have gotten that one even. Shit.
I would not have.
All right, Robert, the 1 point. What American TV network debuted the series Yellowstone?
Oh, that is awful. I don't even know what channels exist anymore. TBS?
It was not TBS. Joey, do you know?
Are you serious?
Give it to me.
Hell, I don't know. I know it's not like CBS or ABC or NBC or anybody like that.
Come on.
So it's gonna be like probably the CW or Paramount or I have no idea. I'll just guess and say Paramount.
It is the Paramount.
Damn it. I didn't know if it was going to get back to me.
All right, guys, let me close this out real
I
quick.
almost said CW. I'm glad I didn't say CW.
He did say that first.
Well, I was saying that maybe it's probably somebody like CW or something because I knew it wasn't on, ABC, CBS or anything.
I'm aware of Paramount Plus. I didn't realize it was also a channel. I thought it was just for streaming.
The Paramount, it's been on the Paramount Network since 2018.
I used to subscribe to Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah, me too.
I didn't subscribe to it. I got like a 6-month free offer from it. It was actually for a sponsorship to one of the channels, and they give me 6 months of Paramount.
Paramount Plus has at least some decent kind of programming available.
Oh, and Jackass is on Paramount.
Yeah, it's like they have some decent. Sam has it. Same thing. It has some decent stuff on it, at least something different than some of your other ones.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So far in this, after the first round, We have Joey, Tony, and Robert in second place with 19 points. We got Jackson in first with 23 points. Then we got Ben at 8 and Hillbilly at 5.
Yeah, but Jackson was cheating.
Now we get to go to some categories you guys chose. So let's see how well you like the categories that you guys chose.
That Yellowstone show is pretty good.
Oh, I love Yellowstone.
I guess I'm gonna have to binge watch it or something.
Oh, it's worth it. All right, guys. Here is the
Oh my
categories.
God, are you serious? Video
Yeah,
games
hold on,
and
hold on,
Star
hold on,
Food
hold on,
Wars?
hold on. Jeff, we like the categories. We just don't like your questions.
Well,
No, I don't like the categories.
here we go. Will came up with the category video games. Jackson
And Will
wanted
ain't
the-
here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, guys, Will is having to go to the University of Alabama, Birmingham. He had his wisdom teeth pulled a couple weeks ago, and he is having major problems.
Oh man.
He's on his way to UAB to have it looked at.
Well,
so that's why he's not here.
Prayers to Will. You know,
Yeah.
Will's a great guy. He really is.
Now, wait a minute.
You know what Will did for me?
Will
Let me tell you
FD.
what Will did for me. I'm gonna tell you what Will did for me when this last year. West Virginia was on ESPN Plus. They got that contract. They got to do one game on ESPN Plus, and I don't have ESPN Plus. And I was talking to Will on the phone, and I told him, I said, "Well, I got to get off here. West Virginia game's getting ready to start on ESPN Plus. I'm just going to listen to it on TuneIn Radio." He said, "No," and he gave me his username and password and stuff so I could tune into it. So,
All right,
Will's
Joey,
a great
that was
guy.
a great story, but it was the other Will.
Oh, other Will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson came up with the NFL. Ben obviously came up with 90s grunge. And Robert, he wanted Star Wars. So let's see how everybody does this round. Joey, which category would you like to start us off
So
with?
I guess that you didn't go past Star Wars and you didn't say riddles or movies. I guess riddles was for me, wasn't it?
You can have the riddles, Joe. You want the riddles? Try it.
All right, give me riddles for 10.
Riddles for 10. Here we go. I can be hot. I can be cold. I can roll. And I can be still. I can be hard and I can be soft. What am I?
I can be hot. I can be cold.
I can be cold.
I can roll. I can be still. I can be hard. I can be soft. And I've heard this before. I'm wanting to say shit. Now I'm not. This ain't my answer. I'm just gonna say it out loud so I can hear it. I'm wanting to say water. Water can be hot. Water can be cold. Water can roll. Water can be still. Water can be hard, and water can be soft. I'm gonna say water.
It is water. That is correct.
Very good.
All right. Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Oh, geez, man. I guess I'll go Star Wars for 10.
Star Wars for 10. Here we go. Good luck. Who first and most famously played the part of Chewbacca?
I can't remember that big tall guy's name, man. Oh, geez. Yeah, I can't remember. I'll have to pass.
All right, Ben, do you know who first and most famously played the part of Chewbacca? Benjamin.
Ben left.
Ben's
All
out
right.
smoking. Come on, Ben.
He must
Get back from
be
smoking.
talking to Sam. Let's go to Tony. Tony, do you know who first and most famously played the part of Chewbacca?
I do not.
Jackson, do you know?
I'm going to take a guess and say Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew is correct for 10. All right. Ben.
What a guess. What a guess.
Ben is still not here, so let's go to Tony. Tony, which one of these fine categories would you like?
I'll take. Oh, gee, I'm not gonna win this game. We'll try movies for 10.
Movies for 10. I hope you've seen this movie. This was one of my favorite movies. What does Ralphie call his father on A Christmas Story?
It has been so long since I saw this movie. I have no idea.
No guess?
Papa.
Papa is incorrect. Jackson, do you know?
The Old Man.
He is the old man. All right, Jackson, which category would you like?
I'm going to go NFL for 6.
NFL for 6.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Which running back led the NFL in total touchdowns in 1980?
Let's see. What running back in the NFL led in 1980?
Yep.
Well, it can't be Franco Harris because he was starting to become a has-been back then. Nothing against Franco Harris. I'm going to say Earl Campbell.
It was not Earl Campbell.
Well,
Robert-
win some, lose some.
Robert, I know you're a big NFL guy.
Oh, the biggest.
Do you know which running back led the NFL in total touchdowns in 1980?
I don't. I know 3 whole running backs.
All right. Hopefully it's all of them. Let's see.
Is it Peyton?
It is not,
No.
but that's a good guess.
No.
Joey, do you know which running back led the NFL in total touchdowns in 1980?
1980. So, God, we're back in Earl Campbell and Walter Payton days and Billy Sims and God. I'm sorry, I was talking to Yvette and I don't know what anybody's answered.
The answers have been Walter Payton, and Jackson said
Earl Campbell. I
Earl
said
Campbell.
it.
Yeah, that was right. I was trying to remember.
Okay, well that was true. That's true that I named there. So I'll just say Billy Sims then.
It was Billy Sims from the Detroit Lions.
Didn't know he was a player.
I actually talk about him quite a bit. He's one of the best players of all time on the Lions. The second best running back behind Barry Sanders, actually. All right, Robert, which category would you like?
I would like Star Wars for 8.
Star Wars for 8. Okay, now you have 19 points, and it is one of the 2 daily doubles. How much would you like to wager?
Oh, I would like to go all in.
All in. Good luck. How old was Anakin during the Battle of Geonosis?
Well, this was a stupid idea.
I would like to change my answer now and go with not all in.
Oh shit. 19?
You were so close.
Really?
He was 20.
Oh shit.
Oh, man. I am so sorry, Robert.
Hey man, you know what? Star Wars is what I'm good at. Math, not so much.
Hey, you can't win big if you don't play big, right, Robert?
Ah, there you go.
I'm back. I'm sorry. I was talking, but okay. I don't guess it's to me yet, though, right?
Yeah, no, we're up to you now because Robert was confident until I asked the question, and then he wished he would have changed his mind.
Oh yeah.
He wanted
he
it
didn't know
all.
what color. He didn't know what color yellow paint was.
And I felt bad because he was only 1 year off of the answer.
Can I
All
ask
right.
a question? So it's my turn. Can I ask a question? 90s grunge, is that music or what?
Yeah, that's 90s grunge. That's music for a band.
All right, let's try 90s grunge for 10.
90s grunge for 10. What all-girl band told us we can't fight this either?
Just pass, Joey. It's fine.
No, because I know the band. I know you know it.
I'm more shocked that's enough for 10 points.
I can honestly
Yeah,
tell.
it's something salt. Baruka
I know
salt,
the
I think's what it is.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say Baruka salt. Isn't it like isn't the band like Baruka salt?
Veruca Salt is correct for 10, Joey.
Yeah, I'm surprised that was for 10.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Ben, what did I tell you? I don't know this, so I'm going to find questions, and I don't know what order they're going to go in.
Maybe you should ask someone.
Well, I like my music. I like my music.
I am right now. All right, Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Let's do movies for 8.
Okay, you have 5 points. You can go up to 8 because it's the last daily double.
Let's do 8.
All right, here we go. Good luck. Which villain inspired the original formation of the Avengers?
Which villain inspired the original formation of the Avengers? The Red Skull.
It was not Red Skull. Does anybody know?
Darkwing Duck. No.
Dr. Doom, maybe?
No.
Was it Ant-Man?
No, I thought maybe Mike Fort would be in here, and this would give him an easy one. It was actually Loki.
I said that.
All right, so that was Hillbilly. So Ben, which one would you like? Ground number 8.
Well, I missed a round, yeah, but Jeff, just so you know, I was doing a phone call, so July is confirmed.
All right, awesome.
We are booked and reserved for July.
Okay, I'll be there with you guys. As far as I know right now, we'll be there with you guys.
We had to take a bunch of house rule questions, to make sure that we were compliant, because of course, I don't want to destroy the place.
Right.
Well, if Veruca Salt was for 10, if Veruca Salt was for 10, I know 8's going to screw me. So let's go 90s grunge for 6.
All right, for 6. What band performed Laid about a dysfunctional relationship? See, I knew 10 was easy, and I thought you would think 8 would, so you went with 6, and that's why, my Jedi mind trick.
That's why I skipped a question, because I'm like, this is going to, the next one's going to be a bitch, isn't it? And this one,
I know the answer to this one. This one might actually get to me.
Laid. As soon as someone says the band name, I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, you are.
I mean, grunge to you is different, so I don't know. I'll just say like Pearl Jam.
Well, let me put it this way: I actually Googled 90s grunge trivia questions, and that's how I come up with these. And like I said, I couldn't put them in an order of hard to solve because I don't know grunge. I don't know these bands.
So you're saying it's not Pearl Jam? All right, move on.
It's not Pearl Jam. Tony, do you know what band performed "Laid" about a dysfunctional relationship?
I do not know 90s grunge at all.
All right, you're with me. Good job. Jackson, do you know?
No idea.
Robert, do you know your 90s grunge?
I think it was a band called James.
That was the band. It was James. You're back on the board, Robert. Good job.
Oh, I don't think I know the band. I'm gonna have to Google that band and see. I probably heard the song. I don't know that band though.
They're Australian or British or one of those weird English-speaking people.
All right, Tony, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Movies for 6. I'm going to end up with no points in this round.
This one's a hard one, Tony.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
hey, listen, if it gets to me, will you wait on me? I've really got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I don't watch Marvel movies at all, so go on.
All right, Joe. You don't. Yeah, this is the hardest one in the group, Tony, and that's why I said when you pick 6, it's like, wow, this is a hard question. All right, Jackson, do you know what is the material used in making Captain America's shield?
Oh man. I'm gonna guess some kind of metal, vibranium metal alloy.
Vibranium is correct.
Yeah, because I remember they were talking about it in the movie. So
I'll be honest with you, I've never seen an Avenger. I've never seen any Marvel's movies whatsoever.
I watched for Samuel Jackson and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Really.
Let me tell you guys something. And if you guys have not seen the movie yet, there's a movie called Champions. And it's got Woody Harrelson in it. And he was a coach from Iowa. He gets a drunk driving and has to coach handicapped children. I've watched 3/4 of it. I'll tell you what, if you don't have something to watch and that show is on, Netflix or whatever watch that movie. It is an awesome, awesome movie.
I plan to. I guess it's my turn to do a category.
It is your turn, Jackson. Which one would you like?
Let's go with the big Ocho for the NFL.
Ocho for the NFL. Here we go. Who is the first receiver in history to catch 20 touchdown passes in a season?
Let me see. I'm thinking it could be Lynn Swan.
Lynn Swan is incorrect. Robert, here's your favorite category again, the NFL.
Woo.
Who is the first receiver in history to catch 20 touchdown passes in a season?
John Elway.
John Elway threw the 20 passes. No, he wasn't the one, but he threw 20 passes. He just didn't catch them, unfortunately.
Shit.
All right, we'll wait a second for Joey.
I'm actually just got back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Joey.
I was trying to rush.
All right, Joey.
Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice.
That is Jerry Rice is correct. Good job.
Good job, Joey.
All right. That one was Jackson's question. So, Robert, would you like Star Wars for 6 or a different category?
Yeah, no, I need to redeem myself for 6.
All right. Good luck. You told me to make these hard, so.
I did.
This one isn't so hard, but who killed Jabba?
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia. All right, Joey, we're back to you. Which category would you like?
Let's go. Boy, I'm wanting to go riddles, but I'm gonna save that one and go to NFL for 10.
NFL for 10. And I'm liking how all you guys are big video game players, seeing that nobody's touched that one yet.
Yeah.
NFL.
Love them. I watched Tiger Baskins. Does that count?
Who is the first coach to win 3 NFL Coach of the Year awards?
Oh, I totally know this one.
I don't know. I really don't. I'll take a guess and say Bill Belichick.
It is not Bill Belichick. Hillbilly, do you know who the first coach to win 3 NFL Coach of the Year awards was?
Oh, geez, man. I got a Mike Fork 50-50 going on here. I want to say either John Madden or Chuck Noll. But I bet it was probably Landry.
So now you got a 33 and a 33 and a 33.
Damn it. Oh, shit. Let's go with Chuck Noll.
It is not Chuck Noll. Ben, do you know?
What were your other two, Hillbilly?
Don't go to me, man. But I said John Madden or Tom Landry. I don't. They all have multiple Super Bowls.
I thought it was Madden, so I'd go with Landry.
Oh yeah. I'll go with Landry, I guess.
All right, Tony. Who was the first?
Damn it!
Did somebody guess Lombardi?
Nobody guessed Lombardi.
Lombardi.
The reason nobody guessed was he was wrong too. Jackson, who was the first coach to win 3 NFL Coach of the Year awards?
Bum Phillips.
Did we lose Jackson?
I said it was Don Shula.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. Don Shula, it is correct.
All right. Yeah. Way to go, Jackson.
Thank you.
All right. Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like?
You know what? Let's pop that video game cherry for 10 there.
All right.
Oh, wow.
10. Here we go. What game did actor Robin Williams name his daughter after?
Oh, geez. What game? A video game?
Yep. What game did actor Robin Williams name his daughter after?
Zelda.
Zelda is correct for 10, Hillbilly. Good job.
Man, good
That
job.
was more like a 2-pointer question right there. Good job, Hillbilly.
Ben, would you like to do another grunge since it worked so well last time?
If it hadn't been Zelda, I was just going to yell Jumanji.
I would have said he named her Need. I would have said he named her Need for Speed.
Well, yeah, your grunge is so far garbage because the hardest one was the easiest one. So let's go grunge for 8.
Pole position.
There you go.
Pole assassin.
What Chicago band was said to have taken over as the voice of grunge movement after Kurt Cobain died?
Chicago
Oh
band.
my God.
Well, whatever they were talking about, they were fucking wrong.
Yeah,
Chicago band. Would that have been? The only one I can think of that came out relatively after that and has been popular and got the quote, even though they were nothing like that. Are they from Chicago though? Green Day?
It was not Green Day.
Okay, I was like, I don't know if they're from Chicago though.
All right, Tony, do you know what Chicago band was said to have taken over the voice of grunge movement after Kurt Cobain died?
I have no idea.
All right, Jackson, how about you and your grunge? Do you know?
Oh, I know nothing about grunge, so I'm going to pass it over to Robert.
All right, well, Robert got the last one. Let's see how his grunge is working now. Robert, do you know?
I don't know if they're from Chicago, but my best guess is Nirvana.
Nirvana is a great guess. It is incorrect, but that would be a good guess.
That was Kurt Cobain. That was Kurt Cobain.
That's not what I meant to say.
nobody kick Robert in the ass. He's doing it to us.
This is mostly tequila.
Joey, do you know?
Strictly a guess, and I guarantee you this is 100% a guess, and it could be right, it could be wrong. I'm going to say Stone Temple Pilots.
Well, it couldn't be right because it's solely wrong.
Wow.
Hillbilly, do you know?
Well, hell, I told you it's a guess.
Hell, that was my like the two big ones that I think of were Seattle, right?
Well, you got to think Chicago, and that's the only Chicago band I could think of. Stone Temple Pilots is from Chicago, and
All right, you guys ready for the answer?
I'm gonna think out loud because I just want to know.
Has Hillbilly taken a guess yet? Hold on.
Hillbilly, you take your guess first. He's thinking about it.
Is he thinking about it or is he muted?
No, I don't show him muted. I think he stepped away. Hillbilly.
I think I'm back now.
Do you know what band?
Yeah, I guess I want to say Pearl Jam, man. That's the only thing I can think of.
It is not Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam was same time frame from Seattle.
That's
Who
what
is it,
I bet
Joey?
I know now. I think it's Alice in Chains.
No, you guys keep thinking.
Yeah, Alice in Chains was same time and earlier, I think, a little bit. So yeah, I don't know the Chicago band. Who was it? Come on.
Who was it?
Nickel.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh man.
Oh,
I guess I never
We can't
liked
say bad but that.
oh. I wouldn't have guessed Smashing Pumpkins, period.
All right, Tony, we're up to you. Which one of these fine categories would you like?
Movies for 4. Why not?
Movies for 4.
I have no points this round.
Who is the first Disney princess?
Snow White.
There you go. So you got points this round now, Tony.
Good job, Tony. All right.
All right. Jackson, which one of these fine categories would you like?
I want to go with video games for 6.
Video games for 6. What is the name of the planet that is home to the game Gears of War?
Let me see. I saw somebody playing this game once. Oh man, Sarah.
Sarah is correct. I used to love that game, Gears of War. All right, Robert, which one of these fine categories would you like?
I would like video games for 8.
Video games for 8. All right, here we go. What is a frag?
In video game terms, a frag is a grenade in Halo.
That is a grenade. Good job, Robert.
That's also what the Army calls it too. So that's
Well, I know that fragging is a Vietnam era term.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Joseph, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Riddles for 8.
Riddles for 8. Here we go. I am heavy forward, but backward I'm not. What am I?
You just reversed the word there. It's ton, Ton. That's not NOT.
That is correct. It is ton.
Very nice.
All right, Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like? Oh, did he commute?
Let's do riddles for 6 there, guys.
Riddles for 6. I have no life, but I can die. What am I?
A battery?
You are a battery. Good job.
Good job.
All right, Ben, which category would you like?
Just give it to me. 90s grunge for 4. I gotta get one of these.
All right, this is working well for you. This is your category, and you're 0 for 2.
Joey took the good one.
What band wanted Somebody to Shove?
I have a feeling we missed the point of what grunge is, Jeff.
Hey, I Googled grunge, Jeopardy.
Google knows all the answers, yeah.
Hey, I just Googled grunge, grunge Jeopardy questions and answers, and this is what they gave me.
Just I know what is that. So if he doesn't know, I'll be very disappointed.
And my wife is listening in, and she said that if you don't know what this is, she's very disappointed, and you really don't know grunge.
Well, I'm canceling that reservation we just made.
You ought to know
what
this.
people consider grunge is most of the time not grunge. Like, sorry,
I'm
Smashing
99% sure of now this band. So
Smashing Pumpkins is not grunge.
I didn't say it. I said I'm 99% sure I know who this is, but I'm.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say Alice Cooper.
Well, Alice Cooper is heavy metal, but okay.
Well, that's arguable too.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of grunge in him, that's for sure. I tell you what, that's a sick concert. If anybody ever went to the concert for Alice Cooper, that was a sick concert, man.
Actually, for 9 months, I did his pest control in Gold Canyon. I actually met the guy. He's a really cool guy.
Oh yeah, he's a cool guy. Owned that hot dog stand or hot dog store and everything. But man, his concerts were sick. They were disgusting.
Oh yeah,
never heard of
it's in Arizona or New Mexico. He runs out, the hot dog restaurant or some shit like that.
It's in Arizona, and he also does free commercials in Arizona for drunk driving.
He don't do nothing now, guys. He's dead.
Yeah,
I tell you, man, Ozzy back in I used to do a couple Ozfests back in the '90s, and I tell you what, that old guy used to put on a show back then.
Oh yeah. All right, Tony, I know you know a lot about grunge since you keep passing, but do you know what band wanted somebody to shove?
Not a clue.
Jackson, I know this is your favorite category too. Do you have an answer?
I'm going to take a guess and say Soul Asylum.
That is the correct one, Soul Asylum.
I don't know if they're really grunge, but okay. I know the name.
Tony, which
well,
one?
Actually, I'm glad it didn't get back to me because I was just going to say Asylum.
Oh, yeah. No, you had to have a soul with it.
Soul.
All right. Tony, which one of these fine categories would you like? Oh, he's muted.
I'm muted. Sorry, movies for 2. No, Star Wars for 4. Star Wars for 4.
Star Wars for 4. All right.
Here we go, Tony. Here we go.
Who was the first character to speak in the first Star Wars film, A New Hope?
The first character to speak. Princess Leia.
It was not Leia. Jackson, do you know?
As I recollect, it was a C-3PO.
That would be C-3PO is correct.
Oh, that's right. I should have known that.
All right. Jackson, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Let's do a redemption tour on NFL for 4.
NFL for 4. Which team opened up a 2002 NFL season with a loss, setting an NFL record for the first team to lose 600 games?
Oh, man. Well, we know it wasn't the Houston Texans because that was their first year. That's for sure. Let's see. As I recollect, the Buccaneers.
It was not the Buccaneers. Robert, again, your favorite category, NFL. Do you know what team opened up with the loss in 2002 and became the first team with 600 losses?
The Colts.
It is not the Colts. Joey, do you know?
Well, the Jets have lost a lot, but we're talking about 2002, and I think the Jets were pretty good back then. I don't. I'll say the Eagles.
The Eagles is incorrect. Hillbilly, do you know what team opened up with a loss in 2002, becoming the first NFL team to record 600 losses?
Detroit Lions.
That's a good guess. That's what I figured everybody would have been guessing because they suck so much, but it is not Detroit, believe it or not. Ben, do you know?
We'll stick up north. Let's just go with the Vikings.
The Vikings is incorrect. Tony, you're our last hope to get this question. Do you know?
You're
Can
muted,
someone guess
Tony.
the Browns?
Somebody guess who?
The Browns?
Nobody's guessed the Browns.
I'll guess the Browns.
Tony, where did your quarterback coach come from?
Oh, the Cardinals?
Yep, it was the Cardinals.
Wow.
It's like none of us were even in the range.
I remember those because they had running back Adrian Morrell, And
Right.
Adrian Morrell, man, he was a great running back. Anybody remember Adrian Morrell?
I do.
Yeah, he was
I
a damn great
should
running back. He's a
remember
good
the
friend of mine. He's a good
Cardinals.
friend of mine. I've had him on Mark Rogers and Golden Blue Dude both. He's a good friend of mine. But yeah, they were terrible. But he was a great running back.
I honest to God, this is what I said. I said the first person is going to say Detroit because Detroit doesn't do well. And then people are going to think either the Browns or the Jets. And then they'll probably come up with the Buccaneers. And then the next guy would get the Cardinals. I thought somebody would guess the Cardinals. I really did.
Yeah, but the Jets back in 2002, they were still a pretty decent team back then. So
I should have
why I-
guessed the Cardinals because they're basically the retirement home for the NFL.
Yeah, for the longest time, that's what they were. They really were. All right, Robert, which one of these fine categories would you like?
I will try video games for 4.
Video games for 4. What year was the first VR virtual reality headset created?
I have no idea.
Well,
Two-
let me clarify this for you because there's technically 2 answers. I'm not counting the very first one that was created that nobody could afford. This is the first VR headset that was created for actual sale. Well, because there was one made in 1976, but it was $49,000, so nobody was going to buy that one. Okay, this is when they actually.
That's I got. Well, I'm not going to say it because it might be the answer. So never mind.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it can't be the answer because what you're thinking in the 70s that it was called the iPhone, but it was EYE. Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yeah, the EYE iPhone.
Yeah.
It was considered virtual reality, and it was $49,000. So I'm not counting that one.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, that one really is not logical. That this is the first one that people could afford to play.
How about 87?
It was not 87. Joey, do you know the year?
Yeah, I'm going to say about 81.
It was not 81. Hillbilly, do you know the year?
What year was the first VR headset created? I'm trying to think, man. Let's see, was that when Nintendo came out with the Power Glove and stuff? We'll say 1990.
It was not 90. Ben, do you know?
Well, I'm glad you clarified that because, I was like, it's been a while. But the first home cell one, I'll just take a shot in the dark here and say, like, it's probably it's probably been more recent, but probably like 95.
95 is correct. Good job.
Oh, well, fuck. Where the fuck was that when I wanted one?
Yeah.
Who
It was
made
probably
it?
really
How
expensive.
many people remember? How many people remember the iPhone? Does anybody remember that other than me and Jeff?
No, I don't. That's why I was like, this has to be like the 80s. So you said like 79. I'm like, okay, it's good you eliminated that because, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, yeah. And like I said, I wanted to clarify that because I didn't know if anybody knew the iPhone one. And it's like that one I don't really count because who was going to pay $49,000 for, I mean.
Some people probably did.
Yeah.
Some people probably did.
The thing that gets me, guys, was like how, I remember growing up, all the old Dick Tracy and old Batman stuff, when they would have the communicators in the phones, right? And you could, they try to put like a little TV image in their wristwatches, and now we got these iWatch, the Apple Watches and that kind of stuff, man. It's ridiculous, the stuff.
Well, I'm still waiting for us to get smart, and we got phones in our shoe.
Right.
Hey, Hillbilly, have you ever seen the Batman where Batman is talking to Adam West on the phone about some kind of negotiations? And the police department just looks amazed by it. Oh, I wonder what they're like.
Yeah. All right,
Well,
Joey.
then they remember. Anybody remember? I mean, if you think back in the days, like Elvis Presley, he probably bought one of those because he was like the first person to buy a cell phone too. I mean, do y'all remember that? I mean, he had this big ass cell phone in his car. I could see him with that virtual reality thing for $49,000. All right, it's up to me.
It's up to you.
Let's go riddles for 4.
Riddles for 4. What has a foot on each side and one in the middle?
Ooh, I got.
Oh, that's a yardstick. Hell, I was overthinking that. That's a yardstick.
That would be a yardstick.
It's a hot dog.
Hell yeah, I was sitting there. Oh God, you wouldn't believe where my mind went. Okay.
That's a hell of a hot dog.
It is, man. The bun, right? Both sides are a foot long, and so's the wiener.
Well,
you know what? The funniest thing about that, Hillbilly, do you guys remember the movie Porky's?
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's got a foot long and then some.
honestly, I'm gonna tell you where my mind went, and I can't believe my mind went there. I was sitting there thinking John Holmes. Yeah, I mean that's where my mind went.
You guys remember it was an old Tom Hanks movie, The Bachelor Party or something like that?
Oh yeah, Bachelor Party.
Had Nick the Dick. Yep. And that old woman was right, that hot dog.
All right. Hillbilly, which one of these fine categories would you like?
You know what? That's on the movie kick there. Let's do movies for 2.
All right, movies for 2. On the rating of a movie, the R stands for what?
Restricted.
That is correct. It is restricted.
Allegedly.
All right, Ben. Would you like to finally get a grunge right, or do you want something else?
Well, I said we like your topics. We hate your questions. So, yeah, give me the next grunge for 2.
All right, here we go. For your chance at the one and only, what Pearl Jam song features the following lyrics?
I hate Pearl Jam so much.
And now my bitter hands chafe beneath the clouds of what was everything.
Oh, God. There's only like 3 big Pearl Jam songs. I know it's not one.
My wife can't believe she bought you tacos.
We offered you money and you refused it.
I know, but she still can't believe she bought you tacos and you know nothing about grunge.
I hope she gets haunted at this place we're going to.
I'm not going.
She's not going. She's not stupid.
Weakness. The bitter hands chipped beneath the clouds. Literally, I hate Pearl Jam. I can't stand them. The only thing I can think of, and I know it's wrong, is it's not Jeremy. I know that. So,
all right, Tony, do you know Pearl Jam?
Nope.
Nope.
I love Tony. He just can. Nope. All right, Jackson, do you know Pearl Jam?
Nope.
All right, Robert, do you happen to know Pearl Jam?
I happen to know that the song is called Black.
That's correct. It is
Black. Damn it! I had like 3 songs in my head. I'm like, I know it's not Jeremy, but I could not think of fucking Black. God damn it!
John, do you know the song Jeremy?
I know the songs. I don't like them.
I would like to duly note that this is the first time in my Jeopardy career that somebody's asked me for a category and not got one right in their own category.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. All right. Tony, which one of these fine categories would you like?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Here we go.
Taking my damn category.
Sorry.
What was Han Solo frozen in?
Oh, you got to know this one.
Oh, it's
You should be
like
quite safe in that.
it's something dumb like Tanzanite or something, and I don't remember the actual thing it is. I've never been a big Empire Strikes Back fan.
All right, Jackson, do you know?
Carbonite.
He was frozen in carbonite.
Thank you.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Jackson, which one of these fine categories would you like?
NFL for 2.
NFL for 2. Here we go. Who was the first player in NFL history to throw 30 touchdown passes in a single season?
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, man, this is a good one. Well, we know it's not Patrick Mahomes. That's for sure. And we know it's not Tom Brady. But I'm going to take a guess and say, I don't, oh man. I'm going to say Johnny Unitas.
That is correct. It was Johnny U. All right. Robert, would you like video games or riddles?
I would prefer video games.
All right. Here we go. What was the first commercially successful video game?
Tetris.
It was not Tetris. Joey, do you know?
Sorry, I was muted. Pong. Is it Pong?
It is Pong.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
All
well.
right. Joey, here you go. Here's riddles. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain on Earth?
Damn, this is for 2. this is a riddle. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. The Alps. I have no idea.
All right, Hillbilly, before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain on Earth?
I'm dumb.
Oh,
Do you know, Hillbilly?
No, man, I don't. Hell no.
All right, Ben, do you know?
Can't believe this is for 2.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at this and going,
You don't know either?
Hawaii.
Hawaii is incorrect. Tony, do you know before Mount Everest was discovered what the highest mountain on Earth was?
Kilimanjaro.
It was not Kilimanjaro. Jackson, do you know?
No idea.
Robert, do you know?
it was Mount Everest.
It was Mount Everest. We just didn't know it yet.
Oh, God.
God,
Jiminy Christmas.
Jesus
It's a friggin' riddle, guys. It's a riddle. Come on. Jiminy Christmas.
I know. I think we took it way too seriously to be like,
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You should have known me. I mean, come on.
Look at Joey holding his
Hey,
head.
that guy, I'm gonna hand it to you. That was a good one. That was really a good one. I like
I
that.
thought I wanted not to ask you it, Joey, because I figured, oh fuck, Joey's going to know this right off the bat. But I'd like to hear other people's answers. And then you were struggling.
You got me on a riddle. You got me on that riddle. That's a good one.
Pulling some shit like that at 11 o'clock at night, Jeff. Way to go, buddy.
Yeah. Can we play at 2:00 in the afternoon next time?
All right, I'm adding up the scores really quick.
No, I went over here to click on private chat so I could let my thing in, but we got some people in the chat. We haven't recognized them at all, man. So we got Tim Prangley's out there, Mr. Duggar, Truck Stop Gumby. And Truck Stop Gumby, boy, he's really participating like crazy. He's been all down through there. John Johnson, Edom Dogs, Mayhem Matthew. Hey, appreciate all you guys being here. That's great.
Oh yeah, no. I'm glad that.
Sorry,
question
guys.
comes-
I guess it's hard. And I'll tell you, I know what Ty Guy's going through because I host Jeopardy sometimes, and like Jeopardy comes up on like a separate screen, and you can't see the chat, you can't see
Yeah, I
us.
don't
You just got to know who's in order.
I don't see you guys, and
Yeah, so apologize because I should have been keeping an eye on that and thanking you guys for being here and welcoming you in. So,
but I do want to congratulate Robert for being the only smart one who knew that Mount Everest is still the tallest mountain. even
Robert,
though-
that was really good.
It was just how you read the question. You know,
I think it is, because I wasn't looking at it as a riddle. I was looking at it as a question instead of this. And I even said, "Oh, wait a minute, this is riddles," and I still didn't get it.
And that's what I thought when you said, "Wait a minute, this is a riddle, so it's easy." And then you're like, "Well, how the hell is this a 2?" And I'm like, "Maybe he don't know what it is." And then Hillbilly passed, and you're like, "God, this was 2," and everybody, maybe it'll go all the way through. All right, guys.
That was
here we go.
good one.
I was
Here-
sitting here trying to think tall mountains in Europe, right? Like,
Yeah.
wait, before they discovered that, right? I'm sitting here trying to get.
All
I'm
right,
sitting there
guys.
trying to think of the Alps and shit. I'm just, what the hell?
Here is your scores. Type in private chat how much you want to wager. The final category is history. Okay. So, Joey, you got 67. Hillbilly, you have 23. Ben, you have 4. Tony has 23. Jackson has 71, and Robert has 24.
How many did you say I said?
How did I lose points from last turn?
Because you went on the daily double.
No, I didn't.
So Ty I have 71. Joey has 67.
Oh, you
And-
didn't. I'm sorry, Ben.
I did not have a daily. I'm like, whoa, hold on here. I did not. I was like, how did I lose points?
You have 12. You have 12. Robert's going 23. All right. Jackson and Joey, how much do you guys want to go?
Well,
How many points you say that I had again?
Jackson, you have 71, and Joey has 67. So it's anybody's ball game.
Okay. Okay, let's see. 7. Okay, hold on.
Oh, he's doing math.
You are
I am-
4
I
ahead.
am-
Jackson,
I'm
you are
in
4
it.
ahead of Joey.
I'm waiting until he's ready to put it in the private chat.
Yeah,
and I've got my total.
I'm adding up 71 plus 67.
138.
Yep, that's what I thought.
All right. Send them in,
So how much you
boys.
going? You ready to type it in? Okay.
All right, guys.
That way I go home with something.
Here is your final Jeopardy question. Good luck.
And by the way, let me just say this because Ty Guy and I talked about this last night. My points don't count, guys, because I do Jeopardy too, and I don't want anybody saying that Ty Guy and I get together and we know the answers. So my points don't matter. I'm just here to play and have fun with you guys.
My points don't matter either because I don't have any.
All right, guys.
we're like the queen. We're like the Queen of England, man. We just don't matter.
Here's your final question. About 4,000 members of which Native American tribe died of cold, hunger, or disease on the Trail of Tears?
what do we do?
What you do is in the private chat, type in your answer. Don't hit send until I tell you to.
Got it.
So 4,000 members of what Native American tribe died of cold, hunger, or disease on the Trail of Tears?
Oh, I was reading it wrong. Okay, what member? Okay, gotcha.
What tribe? Yeah. So what tribe did they
Yeah,
belong
what tribe?
to?
Yeah, I got you now. All right, I'm ready.
Everybody, hit send. All right, everybody got it right except for.
I know. I was thinking that, and I was like, yeah, whatever. That's why I said sad, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right. What did you guys think of tonight? Was it too hard? Was it?
Oh, it was great.
Jeff,
Yeah.
you need to
Well,
learn what.
I liked it. I liked it because I didn't know half the categories, so I enjoyed it.
I mean, I beefed my category, but it was great.
Yeah,
there's a strategy. There's a strategy to Jeopardy, guys, and that's to stay out of the categories you know, and go to categories you don't know. So at the end, you can come on strong.
Oh, yeah, because I got all of the NFL questions.
What's the final score?
Ben threw a goose egg on his own category, though. That was great.
So what's the final score?
All right, we had Joey had 119. Hillbilly had 46. Ben, good luck. Tony had 45. Jackson, you had 138. And Robert had 47.
Woo!
Can I give 8 of my points to Ben?
Why? He'll just lose them. I mean, you can
I'm just teasing you, Ben.
Jeff,
like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because my points
up some stairs in July.
My points don't matter or anything. So Jackson, congratulations, man. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joey. That Yellowstone category was awesome.
Yeah.
I honest to God figured I love Yellowstone, and I wanted to try to find something that I thought a few
I'm
of
gonna
you
have
would
to binge watch that.
I like the 90s grunge, right? It's like because it's not just like a time, it's a genre. Like you could do 80s punk or stuff like that. Yeah.
But now on Soul Asylum, I would have just said Asylum because I don't know. I was thinking the name of the band was just Asylum. So I would have been wrong there. I would have been as wrong as Ben was. Ben didn't have a clue. So I think he said Pearl Jam. Ben answered Pearl Jam to every grunge question. Did y'all notice that?
That's because most people consider Pearl Jam not even grunge. Well, I don't consider them grunge. I don't know why. They're not really grunge.
Like I think about like early rap music. Like what would you have, like the Sugar Hill Gang,
Run DMC,
right? You had Cool Mo D. You remember the Fat Boys rapping about eating hamburgers?
Oh yeah.
Trying to think who.
The Beastie Boys.
Right. Yeah. They were the first platinum rap album, and was a bunch of Jews from.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on. Guessing Pearl Jam was not so bad. At least it wasn't. Hey, what Chicago band took over after Kurt Cobain died? Nirvana. As soon as he said Robert said it, he was like, "Wait." He's like, "Wow."
Hey Ben, I got to ask you about the Final Jeopardy question because the Trail of Tears and stuff. You didn't know, really?
I don't know a history buff. I don't have a.
Well, where is the Seminole tribe from? Ben?
Florida,
somewhere down there. Yeah.
Well, actually, Seminole isn't a specific tribe. It was a bunch of different tribes that were.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not really. Yeah.
I just took a shot.
Hell,
I really didn't think about it that much.
They get it a Cherokee man from everywhere.
At this point, I'm like, hey, 12 points, who cares?
Because the Seminoles wasn't a tribe; it was a nation. It was a group of together.
Okay.
That's they call Florida the Seminole State.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right. I tell you what, Ben. You done better on some questions than I would have, that's for sure. So hats off to you.
Man.
You just needed Sam, right? You just needed Sam.
He needed Sam.
Well, you know, a lot of those questions weren't exactly like what you would call like following the charts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, wait
Like
till you see my questions for Monday night, guys. Y'all got to be here Monday night because I'm gonna do Jeopardy, and I've got a good Jeopardy, a very good one, and I've got some easy categories and things, but I've got some really tough ones, and I mean tough as hell.
nice.
So
Easy
I
category.
look forward to that Monday night. Just remember, be here Monday night.
Okay. Hey, do you guys remember Remote Control, that old game show that used to be on MTV?
Remote control.
Oh, you got to watch that one, man. It had Colin Quinn on it and stuff. You talk about a great old TV show, man.
And I'll have Ty Guy send out the link to all you guys for that show. But Tony, can you come Monday night?
Oh, he muted himself. He was on
He
mute.
muted
I was,
yourself.
yes, like kick off though. Be fun.
What did he say?
He will be here.
Okay, yeah. Well, I got some categories that I think Tony will enjoy. So that's why I put them in. I put some in for Tony. I put some in for 10. I put some in for Hillbilly. You know, I put some in for Ben. And Robert, man, Robert knows a lot about every category, so it's hard to choose for Robert, but I've got some really good categories picked out for you guys.
Robert likes 80s football. That's his strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the 80 football guy. Hey, Tony, I got a question for you.
What's that?
Do you think that guy was just trying to poke fun at me and the other guy, or do you think he did get called in by somebody else and just believes it was us?
I don't know. I'll tell you more later.
That would be interesting to know how that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be cool.
You know, the 80s was a great time for football, though, man. When you think about all the great athletes back then, he's talking about Walter Payton, that's like the time Barry Sanders and everybody was coming up. I mean, just think of the I remember like the guys that had the big hype back then. I remember when Brian Bosworth was coming out.
Oh, the Boss.
Oh, dude, around that guy when he was,
I may or may not have had a mohawk like his.
I could just imagine you would.
Tell you what, I would do it today, but it wouldn't be a mohawk. It would be a little eye.
Jim
Well,
McMahon.
now,
That
guy, with your question to Tony a while ago, you got me curious, so I'm gonna be nosy. What are you talking about?
There's a Facebook troll.
We'll talk about it later, Jeff. Let's talk about it later.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Who did we lose in here?
We can talk about it privately. I just wondered.
You guys remember
Sorry,
the
Tony.
Super Bowl Shuffle? I bet Jackson and Ben probably never even seen the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Yeah. Who did the Super Bowl Shuffle?
The Bears.
5.
That Jim McMahon, Refrigerator Perry,
Sweetness.
Mike Singletary.
Hey, obviously someone's weren't alive at that point, but
Mongo,
I watched a bunch of old football. I've seen the videos. Don't worry.
Hey, who's the greatest running back to ever live? Was it the Fridge? Was he the greatest running back ever in history?
That's a subjective question.
Hey, Jerome Bettis, man. I think if it wasn't for Refrigerator Perry, Jerome Bettis wouldn't have been allowed to have the career that he had, man. Because he was a big round bowling ball of a guy who could, break through that line, man.
I still tell you guys.
People argue still Emmitt Smith, but it's like, well, no, that was the O line. Like,
What'd
come
you say,
on now.
guy?
The greatest running back I've ever witnessed playing, Earl Campbell. And I mean, I'm not a Texas fan. I don't like Texas,
Yeah.
But I was an Oiler fan. But Earl Campbell, I mean, that man, if he did not get hurt, if he did not have bad knees, and he could have played long, I mean, that guy was a man playing little boys.
For me, it'd have to be Barry Sanders. I mean, I just love the shiftiness. The fun, the excitement. It's I I don't know, like a Tavon Austin, right? Just get it and shift and just cut on a dime and things. I like that. I like that shiftiness. So Barry Sanders was my favorite, without a doubt.
I'll tell you the one thing about Barry Sanders is the reason they have the XY0A, on Madden and that to do the spins and all that, because he actually did it in real life. Barry Sanders,
yeah,
probably one of the top 3 best athletes in football of all time.
Oh, without a
The
doubt.
thing that made Earl Campbell great was he just ran you over. He wasn't going to juke. He wasn't going to. He just ran you over. Where Barry Sanders.
See, that's what I liked about Bo Jackson would bowl guys over, and Barry Sanders had the sweet feet. That's what I always appreciated about Adrian Peterson. When he had those few good years, he could stiff arm and throw guys around with the best of them and still juke you out of break your ankles, man.
Yeah.
Now, see, I think, and you guys can agree, disagree, argue, to me, the 3 greatest athletes, okay, and I'm just talking athleticism, the 3 greatest football athletes, one was Bo Jackson. I mean, that guy was an athlete.
Yeah.
Two, Deion Sanders. I mean, you can't get much more athlete. And I think Barry Sanders. I mean, to me, those guys were athletes.
I agree with you, but you can't discredit Franco Harris and Emmitt Smith. I mean, hell, Emmitt Smith, hell of a running back. You can't discredit none of them guys.
Right.
But yeah, I agree with you on your 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, pure talent wise, I think those 3 were just ahead of everybody. I mean, because hell, Deion Sanders made the Pro Bowl and the Major League Baseball All-Star game all in the same year.
Pete Digits is right. Barry Sanders would juke you out of his own shoes.
Yeah, he would too, man.
Yeah, I mean, that man. And how many times was he stopped behind the line and he just turned around, spun around? Yeah. 5 guys were right there, and he would have been down.
I remember watching him on it was Thanksgiving, and I remember watching him just like, God Almighty. I mean, some of the moves he made, and he would come into line, and there'd be 3 defenders coming at him, and he would juke all 3 of them and get around them, and then there'd be 2 more, and he would just. I mean, he was amazing. He was absolutely amazing.
But
the thing with Barry Sanders is he wouldn't even have been down in flag football because you wasn't touching him. It wasn't that he broke a tackle. You wasn't touching the man. I mean, that man would juke and spin and twirl and jump. And
I always thought the NFL used Tavon Austin wrong. I'm serious. He was little. He was a small guy, but he was so quick and shifty. I would have put him at running back. I mean, just simply because we put him at running back at West Virginia for one game. Do y'all remember what that game was? Does anybody remember? That was 2012, I believe. And we played Oklahoma. And we put Tavon Austin at running back, and he went 347 yards, I believe, against Oklahoma on the ground. Just juking him he just went wild. And here's what the funny thing is. You can't go online and find that whole game. And you can't go online and find you can go online and find Oklahoma, because Oklahoma won the game 56-54 or 57-55 or something like that. But every highlight you see is all Oklahoma. You can't go on there and find Tavon Austin's against Oklahoma. You can see some of it. They don't show you at all. I mean, he absolutely just tore them, ripped them a new asshole. He did. He was so good. So I think if the NFL would have put him at running back, which at the end of his career, they started doing that a little bit, and they didn't necessarily hand the ball to him, but, everybody had to be aware of him, right? And so they would key on him, and it opened up somebody else. And I think the NFL just used him wrong. He could have been really good at running back, I believe.
Now, you know one thing I miss, and they haven't done this since I think it was the '80s. And Joey, I can't remember the name. You'll remember the name. But in the '80s, even in the '70s, um, they would have an all-star challenge. And what it would be is, for some reason, I don't ever remember basketball players in it, but it was always football, Major League Baseball, and then actors. And they would do like the tug of war, they would do beach volleyball, they would do all these different events to find out which was the best. And I think it'd be cool if they would bring that back today to see how the NFL and the Major League Baseball competing against each other in stupid little sports like that would be.
I want to see them bring back the mascots versus kids football game.
There you go.
Those are fucking hysterical.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see. Somebody's in the back room. It might be Hillbilly. Nope, it's Joey. Joey.
And Ty Guy took himself out somehow.
I took myself out.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I was sitting here in my script. I was sitting here and you started talking about, I'll tell you what, Joey, let me tell you who is, and that's all I got. My screen went black. I have no idea why. I mean, everything went black. So.
Well, yeah, and you were shown in here, and you were coming in the room under another one.
No, but happened.
Here was the question, okay. Joey. Do you remember in like the 70s and 80s? And I don't remember baseball or basketball ever being a part of it. But they would have baseball players, and then they would have football players, and they would have
Joey might be gone again.
Oh, Joey's gone again.
West Virginia strikes again.
I'm telling you. Damn it, Yvette. Get out on the roof with the tinfoil.
Listen, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? I have no idea what's going on. I mean, my screen just went black again. And
yeah,
about when you start telling me. So apparently I don't want you to ask me this question. Ask me again.
Okay, before I do this, Yvette, can you get up on the roof with a tinfoil hat and a clothes hanger so we can get this internet going?
Right, the thing that is, I've got great. It's not the internet. It's either StreamYard or YouTube or my computer. It just keeps putting a black screen up, and I have to go back in through my computer and access my account and everything to come back in. So it's got to be my computer just shutting down for no reason.
All right, but what I was asking, Joey, is in the 70s and 80s, they never really had basketball players, but they would have a group of NFL players, a group of Major League Baseball players, and they would have actors and actresses, and they would compete in like 10 categories. Like tug of war was always one. They would have an obstacle. They would have maybe a softball game, maybe badminton. Do you remember those games they used to have? It was Battle of the Stars or Battle of something.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember that at all. But
I think that'd be cool if they do it again today. Have the football players and the baseball players compete against each other, and to find out which sport is the best athletes.
Actually, that does sound like
that would be cool. Yeah. Could you imagine Emmitt Smith dunking a ball? But then could you imagine Michael Jordan running through an offensive line? I mean, or a defensive line. So, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, you have the football players and basketball players, or baseball and football play a basketball game.
Gumby, you were telling me download some more RAM. I actually looked at that, and I've got like 64 gigabytes of RAM available, so I'm fine there. I don't know what's going on. I mean, this computer is not a couple of months old, so just keep shutting down on me.
Now, You guys, would you like to do trivia tomorrow night?
I can't. I can't Thursday or Friday. I can't do
All right.
anything.
I unfortunately won't be available Thursday night.
All right.
I'll be doing an NBA thing with Jeffrey and
As a
Austin.
matter of fact, I'm going to shout out that Friday night, 8:00. I'm going to host the West Virginia channel on Mark Rogers, the WU channel on Mark Rogers, and,
Oh, nice.
and that's something that that's something I started, but Golden Blue Dude was always the face of it, right? Chris was always the face
Yep.
of it. So Mark and I talked, and I'm no host. Don't get me wrong, guys. I am no host on a show, right? I'm terrible, but in Chris's honor, I'm going to host that show for a while until I find somebody to replace me. So I'm going to host a WVU show on Mark Rogers. Just search for West Virginia at the Voice of College Football, and you'll find that channel. Sub it up. West Virginia at the Voice of College Football. Sub it up for me, and I'll go live Friday night at 8:00. If you guys could just tune in and give me a thumbs up and help me out, I'd appreciate it. I don't care if you say it or not. Just
I'll put it
tune
up
in
on
and
my
give me a
Twitter,
thumbs
man.
up.
I'm looking forward to it, Joey. I'll put it on my Twitter.
Yeah, and so look, I'm looking forward to it in a way, but in another way, I'm not the face of the channel, right? Chris was the face of the channel. Chris and Mark Rogers, obviously, and Mark
Right.
and I are going to start doing the show. And I'm not doubting my knowledge of college football at all, but I'm just not a host. I'm just not one to host the show. And
Right.
so that's what's got me. And I would just appreciate some support, and everybody give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down even. Just let me know you're there.
Yeah, and I'll hit like before it comes on to get you more people. And I'm already a subscriber to that channel.
There we go. Same.
Oh, wait a minute. Mark's trying to get a hold of me here.
Hey, tell Mark it's kind of late night. Come to go to bed or something.
Yeah, he should be in bed by now.
I heard about Steve Deese. How's he doing?
I haven't got an update.
Yeah. The only update I've got is that he's doing better. He's recovering and stuff. So yeah, just keep sending out prayers for him, and let's hope for the best.
I'm praying for him.
So hold on, guys. I got to set up a meeting in the morning. Give me just a second.
All right.
Well, who's got what show is that on?
The West Virginia.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, Robert.
We are 136 days away from football season starting.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait. You'll have a few days, but you'll have to think of a category for next Wednesday when I do Jeopardy next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Oh, I got one. College football.
Or no.
Play.
Yeah, we'll do it next Thursday because Jeopardy works better for you on Thursday night, you said.
It does. I mean, Thursday is the perfect night to go late. Thursday and Friday both. As long as it doesn't interfere with my OnlyFans work, then we're good.
I've already subbed that one up earlier, Robert.
I heard that's what the Pac-12 media deal is going to be with.
Yeah, I was hearing about the CW and the Pac-12. I'm like, okay, are my eyes deceiving me, or is this for real? Because what they said, stranger than fiction.
Here's the problem: you got a lot of PR people who are running. Well, not PR, but you got a lot of people running their mouth and just trying to invent stuff to make the Pac-12 look worse than they are. and they're just running their mouth and coming up and grasping for straws.
Yeah, the CW barely exists.
Well, and the thing that's really funny is they don't understand the Pac-12 network, because the actual Pac-12 people go, "Ooh, Ion, CW, Hallmark Channel, Food Network, sure,
Yeah.
that's better than the Pac-12 network."
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
But if you guys are having trouble finding the Pac-12 network, come on down to Mexico because we get it free. We don't have a problem down there.
Or just go to Sling. Sling offers a lot of good quality channels for a cheap monthly price, including the Pac-12 network. There was my free promotional plug from a non-sponsor.
Well, if you guys want, get a hold of me. I can get you Pop TV for cheaper than Sling, and you'll get everything.
Yeah.
Conversion rate, Jeff. Conversion rate.
$35 a month American.
I got to run and take the puppy out.
Sling's like
See you
15.
guys.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you guys.
See, Tommy.
And Sling's like $15 and you get all that.
But do you get Netflix with it? Do you get Prime with it? Do you get Hulu with it? Do you get
I don't
Amazon?
I don't give a shit. Sam already pays for that. That's not my problem. He already pays for all that shit. So Jeff, we have some house rules. We can go over later about the July stuff I was talking about on the phone earlier.
Oh, I've got
No hammers, no chainsaws, no
murders, etc.
No murders, no axes in any way.
No racisms. I don't know why that came up, but that was weird from a woman from Iowa. That was weird. No, we did some basic discussions, but yeah. So we got the reservation. Actually, if you check the calendar, I can.
Well, here's the question though: since we're in Iowa, can we be Malachi from Children of the Corn?
I did not ask that specific question. I guess I can call her back tomorrow.
Can we bring a Ouija board?
I can bring mine. That's part of the house rules. That wasn't one of those house. That's a link in the private chat for you, Jeff. You can actually pull it up. You'll see July 16th is reserved already.
All right.
So we are set to go. Don't spread that openly. We don't want a bunch of creepers coming up and stuff in a random Iowa town or some shit.
That is awesome.
The rest of it, yeah. Well, I discussed the rest of the payment with them too. So I already are.
All right, good deal. So it looks like we're going to have a good person for the Georgia channel for Mark Rogers. And now Twisted Roosters messaged me. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I don't even bother Joey. Everyone else fucking does. Joey bothers me. He's the one calling me all the time. I'm barely.
Are you hitting on me?
No, that would be crazy.
I think Robert needs a refill of tequila.
I always need a refill.
Well, you should have said something, Robert. I could have brought some back across the border. I could get you the good stuff.
That's a deadly tequila.
Do you like your tequila with or without the worm?
I thought with the worm was mezcal.
It is, but most Americans think of it as,
What's the one, Jeff? It's the one. I think they tried to give us to a couple of times. Sam's like, do not fucking have that one. I think it was mezcal where they grind up the worm and some other stuff in the fucking tequila shot or some shit. Is that mezcal?
Now,
is that the
while I was
mezcal
muted, while I was muted, I could still hear Ben's little ass up there saying, "I call him, he don't call me." And Ben, maybe you should call me more often. You got to get some views. You got to get some views on your channel, so you might want to call me more often.
Joey, you just miss me. Just admit it. It's okay. It's all right. You miss me once in a while. But yeah, which one is that one?
I
Jeff?
love you, Ben, but I don't love you like Sam. I promise I don't love you like Sam does. I love you, Ben, but I promise not like Sam.
That's the shot that fucks people up, though. It's like the hallucinogenic one or whatever. It fucks people's stomachs up or some shit. I can't remember what it was called.
That wasn't from Mexico.
Well, which one is it though?
So-
It's where they like, grind up the worm and some other shit, and then it's a shot of tequila or whatever. He's like, "Do not have that one."
So get this, guys. So Twisted Rooster, you know, we started the Twisted Rooster channel 1 month ago, right? Oh, Rooster's here. Hey, Rooster. That'd be right. So we started Rooster channel
Oh,
this
great!
last
And
month.
drunk
Hey,
Tory.
hey, Ben. Hey, Ben, he did a live show tonight. 48 people, man. 48
Oh,
people.
nice.
It just started a month ago. So, yeah, we're doing great over there, man. Mr. Rooster's tearing it up. He really is.
That's awesome.
I should just do
That
a
is
sports
awesome.
channel. I should just do a
Congratulations,
sports
Mr.
channel.
Rooster.
It's
Good
that
job.
easy.
And there's
All right, Robert. You want to try a trivia card real quick?
Oh yeah, let's do one. Let's do one card before bedtime.
Well, you
right.
know, I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's do some trivia, but why don't we see if a couple people in the chat wants to come in, because we got some good people out there.
Connor.
Yeah, I might want to try trivia.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do one for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit the hay.
I've only got about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is my problem.
Oh, okay. All right, but then we won't share the StreamYard link then.
But I knew Robert was going to leave here in a few, so I thought I'd ask him if he wanted to do a card before he left.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right.
Now Joey's up. Joey's up for a couple more hours because Joey's kind of like working on the side here, so I got a couple more hours for the work. So after the stream's over, if you guys want, if anybody wants, I can start a new stream. It won't be on this one. We'll start a new stream, and we can do some music trivia. But that's up to you guys. If I can get 4 or 5 people that want to do it, I'll do it. But it'll be on a different stream. On this channel.
Joey, I'll spend time with you because you miss me, apparently.
All right. How about you, Robert? You want to play after this is over?
No, I can't. I have work in the morning.
Jackson, you want to play some music trivia after this is over?
I won't be available for music trivia tonight. Sorry, but thank you for the offer, man.
All right, well, that's all right. We just won't do it tonight. I just thought I'd offer.
Thursday.
Robert, what is this thing you speak of called work?
It's this terrible program.
You're going to the job site. You're going to the job site. Don't come in here using them 4-letter words. Don't come in here using them 4-letter words. You're going to the job site.
You guys, I don't know what products are like in Mexico or West Virginia or whatever backwater Ben is from, but there's a big chicken company out here called Purdue Farms.
Right, Purdue.
I'm their head of security.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
And tomorrow's payroll, so if I go to work tired tomorrow and I fuck someone's paycheck up, they're gonna run me out of there with a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Now, see, Robert, in Mexico City, we don't do a lot of processed chicken.
No,
our chickens are all hanging, and you can. I tell people, when you go buy chicken in Mexico, they got everything from the cluck to the feet. I mean, you can buy it all. It's just hanging there, and literally, I mean, people buy chicken feet. You buy the gizzards, the livers.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
any way you want it. But I do know Purdue Farm because that's a Purdue chicken, and is kind of like another one is Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson, Mount Air, and Purdue.
Yeah.
Twisted Rooster says, I don't bother Joey, sir. He's right. He don't bother me. I love hearing from Rooster and Matthew.
Hold on. As for
Mark
Twisted,
Rogers and everybody.
As for Twisted, hey, fuck off. I'll call you tomorrow, Twisted.
All right. Robert, are you ready for your card?
I'm ready, sir.
This is a Genesis 4, 1997.
All right.
All right. The first question is an easy one. People and places. What U.S. naval base is nicknamed Gitmo?
I was stationed there at Guantanamo by the Bay.
Guantanamo by the Bay. All right. Here's your arts and entertainment question. And this was actually a good episode. What actress, after leaving Mission Impossible, starred in the Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island?
That was a wild question.
Did you watch Mission Impossible?
I did not.
Did you watch Gilligan's Island?
I did. So who would have been?
And here's an interesting fact a lot of people don't know. Gilligan's Island only ran for 3 seasons.
Yes.
They had a lot of episodes, but there were only 3 seasons. And
I think it was because like the CBS executive was trying to save Gunsmoke. That's why.
Yep.
I don't actually know what that actress's name was. Was her name Cinnamon?
No.
Then I have no idea.
It was Barbara Bain.
Oh, that was Cinnamon.
Yeah. Cinnamon was on. Wasn't that on Mission Impossible or something?
Impossible.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking Gilligan's Island. I'm like, no, that because on Gilligan's Island, her name was Cindy.
Yeah, but Barbara Bain was on Mission Impossible with Cinnamon.
But you're right. On Mission Impossible, it was, Cinnamon. You're right. No, I was thinking Gilligan's Island because I'm sitting here going, no, her name was Cindy. And it's, oh, wait, no, Mission Impossible. All right. Here's your history question. What M word did cartoonist Herb Block coin to describe the U.S. era from 1950 to 1954? What M word did cartoonist Herb Block coin to describe the U.S. era from 1950 to 1954?
50 to 54. Weren't those big McCarthy years? So was he responsible for McCarthyism or something?
That's exactly what I was
McCarthyism
thinking.
is correct. Yep, it was McCarthyism.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right. Here's your science and nature. What kind of chips provided fuel for the first pioneers to venture west on the treeless prairies?
What kind of chips as fuel?
Provided fuel for the first pioneers to venture west on the treeless prairies.
Charcoal chips?
Nope. Does anybody know?
Didn't they burn them like cow patties and stuff, like cow chips? What is it? I think they call them cow chips. Like,
you were close. They were buffalo chips.
Okay.
Yep, they use that for the fuel. That's what they burnt.
Right.
Boy, you want to make sure you're upwind of that. You don't want to be burning that down the wind.
But hey, at least you kept warm.
Yeah. All right, here's your sports and leisure. Which finger on a baseball throwing hand controls a curveball and a slider?
Is it the index finger?
It is not the index finger.
So you kind of threw me for a loop. So I always thought that sliders were like fingertip ball, throws.
Now the fingertip like that was the knuckleball. The knuckleball gets thrown with all 4 fingers, and you don't know where the hell it's going. A slider is usually a 2-seam.
Okay.
And you control it kind of the same way with the curve. You snap, and when you snap, you bring your middle finger down. And on a slider, instead of snapping, you just push the middle finger. It's a straight pitch, but you push the middle finger, where a curveball you snap, and so it's your middle finger.
Interesting.
I would have said the
All
thumb,
right.
so you're a lot closer than me.
Yeah, I was thinking middle finger, index, or thumb. So I was kind of 1 for 3 on that one too.
All right. Here's a wild card. And you should get 10 points if you know this one.
Oh, Christ.
What Chihuahua toting band leader testified that producers of the $64,000 challenge gave him answers to questions?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that was on crossword. I remember that.
I know who this is.
All right.
But
I remember it happened. I forgot who it was, and that's why I said I
Yeah.
didn't know many people who would remember who it was. But
he's got a weird name. I think like a Latin sort of name.
It's
That's
very out there.
Is it? I don't know.
Joey, do you remember his name?
I'm thinking, and only because of the country, I'm thinking Brazil was his name.
It's Xavier Cugat. Yep.
Maybe he was from Brazil. Was he? I guess he was from Brazil. Maybe
He was from Brazil.
I mean,
got two right out of it.
I had Brazil in my mind. I can remember that show though. Y'all remember that? They did a docu-series about that.
Like he's got that sort of,
yeah,
I don't know, like an oval block face, and he had the baton in one hand and the dog in the other.
Yep.
Shit.
So what time are you doing your thing tomorrow, Joey?
Tomorrow's not. It's Friday. Friday night at 8
Friday.
on the West Virginia channel with Mark Rogers. So you have to search for West Virginia on the Voice of College Football, or West Virginia, the Voice of College Football, and you'll find the channel. Sub it up.
Now, I'll be honest with you, Joey. I'm 99% sure I'm going to be in a poker game.
Yeah.
But I do promise at some time in the game, I will hop on just to say, hi in the chat. But I will make sure to hit the thumbs up and that. But
okay,
I won't be able to watch it because
that's all I asked. I appreciate that. Just come in, hit thumbs up, and if you want to type hi or something, that'd be great. But if you don't have time, just hit thumbs up for me. Because
show you some support.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to talk about West Virginia football without Golden Blue Dude. It is. It's gonna be hard. I mean, that was my sidekick, right? He's my buddy, and I loved him, and so I don't know if I'm gonna get through the show, to be honest with you. And
now, Joey,
I don't know.
Joey,
I got to stop myself because I'm gonna start.
It's going to be hard at first. It's going to be hard at first, and it will. I mean,
well,
it was quite a shock, and
I really believe, I firmly believe that. Oh my God, I am just tore up about this. It's just a bad situation all the way around. And look, I wish them luck over on the channel, but it's just a sad situation there. And I hate that for all of our subscribers. I really do. I hate that for all of you guys. Everybody here is subscribed to Golden Blue Dude. And I hate it for you that, you've come to know me and Chris doing the show and putting things out together. And now we're both gone. And it's hard. I mean, and it's not hard for me because of the money. Don't get me wrong. It's not that at all. I loved Chris, and I want to see his legacy continue. And it's just sad to me. I would actually do Golden Blue Dudes for free just to keep the legacy going and give the money to the kids. I really would. But It's just not meant to be. It's just not meant to be.
Is there no way you get guest hosts?
Do what?
No, because of who's taking it over now. That's not what they wish.
Yeah,
they're going a whole different direction.
They don't want me to be a part of the channel, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. I really don't, guys. I don't mind them not wanting me to be a part of the channel. but they won't even call and talk to me, and that's sad. That they won't even call and talk to me and find out what's going on, find out our obligations to sponsors, and to marketers, and to find out our obligations for Substack and the employees. And they have not even called a single employee. I've had to call the employees and talk to them, and the employees were like, "Well, what are we doing?" And I have to say, I don't know. So I hired every one of my employees from Golden Blue Dude over on Mark Rogers. It's all I can do, right?